Orchestra is proud to present Magic and Mayhem. Yep. This is a concert full of mischief, witchcraft, and themes of evil. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones. If they were to go off during the performance, that would be evil. We love performing for you, and we're happy to see you here. Thank you for your support. I want to take a moment to thank our major sponsors for the season: For Culture, Arts Fund, Hanson Family Foundation, Glacier Erratic Real Estate, Stone Tree Legal Services, and Washington Endodontics. We could not do it without them, and we could not do it without our donors on stage and off stage. Thank you for your support, and we have some exciting ways for you to donate that we will discuss later. And now, I'm very excited to introduce our Master of Ceremonies. You may recognize his voice from his King FM shows, Evening and Northwest Focus, John McLean.
These things are overrated. All right, can you hear me? Yes. Great. I can't, without a microphone though, I can't quite do Eric's version of evil. We'll make do. So, word on the street is that Halloween was last week. Now, Halloween is this afternoon. You have a look at the program, you know what we're in for here. First of all, it's some fun, scary music. It's also some of the greatest orchestration. I think the orchestra members are going to have a lot to enjoy playing for you this afternoon. This is some great orchestration. So yes, I'm every night on Classical King, I get to enjoy some great performances, but there's nothing like being here live. By the way, you always fill a hall this well. This is very impressive. Yeah. So, the theme, as Aaron mentioned, has to do with Witches' Sabbath stuff. It's all coming together for Witches' Sabbath music. And the first one is originally a piece that Mussorgsky wrote as a kind of musical picture of St. John's Eve. That's traditionally the celebration of the birth of John the Baptist that just so happens to coincide with the summer solstice. And Mussorgsky finished this piece on the summer solstice. He was very proud about that. But his version is not the one that we all know. His version was in many sections, the last of which was taken up by Respighi, a great orchestrator whose books on orchestration are still being taught today. And Nikolai Respighi-Korsakov took that piece and just tweaked it, refined it, scarified it, made it a little more creepy with some very subtle changes that, well, you'll see. Rinsky's going to come up a little bit later this afternoon, but I think to begin, we need to welcome our music director.
Would you like to use your microphone?
It's not working.
Well, we'll figure that out for second half.
No, it's on. No. I can tell you one thing I know. So, now, this piece, Yuchi, the use of the bass drum is kind of interesting. So, bass drum, if we hear just a normal, hold your biggest beater, or just a single hit, right? I mean, it's a bit authoritative, maybe. But Respighi does something really interesting with his orchestration. He uses the bass drum in a subtle way. Let's hear it without the bass drum first. Now, that's already pretty dark. In Mussorgsky's version, he had the trumpets, he had all the brass playing. But Respighi says, no, I just want the low brass. Anybody missing in the low brass there? Yeah. What really gives that juggernaut quality is the addition of that big conical bore instrument. Let's hear the difference when you add the two. In my orchestration class, they always said the tuba doesn't cut through the orchestra. It plows. And you can do a lot more than plowing, don't worry. So now, the way the bass drum is used here to up the scare factor is really interesting. If you can see the bass drum player, you'll see what he's doing. So let's put it all together for this trio of red. So this is not a Mozart serenade. So I think, Yuchi, why don't we also hear another scare factor thing here? There's this passage you'll recognize where the winds play kind of goblin-y sound. Now, the strings could do the same thing. They could play two events for, but instead the strings go maybe three. And the three against the two gives this. And now I have the wind. It's a great call because you can actually hear that, right? You can hear the winds doing being in two and the violin being in three. Yeah, great call. Acoustically fantastic. All right, I think that we need to set that theme up on his mountaintop. If you're a Disney Fantasia viewer, you've seen that, and give this first one a roll.
Yeah, okay, wonderful. Before we start, I just want you to imagine, open your imagination and think about two things. One, imagine you have a broom. Okay? Now, the first two measures we're going to play. You're starting, you're getting ready to take off and fly, and then all of a sudden you got big winds. So, imagine you're just on the witchy flight with us. About 10 minutes later, you hear the spell that goes bong, bong. Where are witches? They're churches, right? It's the churches that created the witches. Now, we have this most scared, skittish melody from the first violin that goes, you can hear the trembling from the poor people. Then, all of a sudden, you hear this harp sound from heaven that's coming to save you. So, these are the most wonderful moments in this piece. 120 pages. So it was 120 pages of not so interesting things. But this piece is crazy. I believe in your program, there's this, it's a summary of the story. But I encourage you to look up the actual story. There's a lot that we can't say. So yesterday when we had our kids' concert, we made this story very friendly. So it goes that these are two girl gnomes, not the normal Christmas gnomes that we know. Little two girl gnomes. They wanted to make friends with this boy. So they maybe forcefully invited him into their tent overnight. Next morning, they decided that we're done with you. So we're going to get the entire village of witches and march you up the hill and then kick you off the cliff. Then we're going to dance and celebrate. Crazy story. And Respighi is known for his 3 big pieces about Rome, the fountains, the festival.
They tend to overshadow the other great stuff he wrote, and this is one of the great. It was written actually between the first 2 of the Roman pieces, tied to the Roman fountains.
I don't know what got into him. It got so dark.
The poem is so deeply unpleasant. It's fascinating. I think he just couldn't resist.
Yes. So this brings us to the most incredibly fun activities that we've ever come up with, which is an evil laughter contest. I put this program together because they all have the same theme of musical description of Witches' Sabbath. Then I discovered that in each piece there's musical depiction of wicked laughters. Okay, so we're going to show you a couple of these laughters, how he did it musically. So this is the first one. We have trumpets. And why is this important? It's buried in this all other crazy stuff, and all of a sudden there's this funny laughter. The next one, here we go. Discuss. Now, let's see how the music is put together. All right, now, this brings me to my favorite laughter. So, now we're going to play with this fantastic piece. In your head, try to pick out as many laughters as possible and come up with your own. Right at the intermission, we're all going to go down this way, right by that way. Okay, right by the concession stand, where Shauna's going to host a wicked laughter contest. We're going to invite the 3 most wicked laugher to come here and show us the laughters after the intermission, and we'll vote with our applause. Okay, so don't fall asleep. Your job is to start thinking about your most wicked laughters. Yes, so two things very important during the important intermission. One is the wicked laughter. I hope you're ready. I'm sure there's something. Oh, orchestra members really wanted to try too. So they know a lot of different laughters, so be ready. Second thing is, every year we do this called audience choice. So we have 3 pieces that you can vote for. There are 3 baskets downstairs at the front desk. The 3 pieces are Will Tell Overture, Adagietto from Mahler, 5th Symphony. The last one is Sorcerer's Apprentice. So these are all 3 really fun pieces that the orchestra would love to play, but we have to pick one. So the more money you get, the more likely, the more money that you vote in, the more likely that you'll hear the music that you want to hear. Last year we had Beauty and the Beast, so we're looking forward to what the winner is this year. So please follow Sean downstairs, enjoy some drinks, laugh your heart out, and we'll be back here in about 20 minutes.